The NBA 2K League season has begun. Scott Cole, we are in the midst of yet another competitive 2K season. What's the
Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. Well, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Smith.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Andre Ayton out there with Randall. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's J.R. Smith, and it's Cousins in at the 1. And for the Lakers, Aaron Baines out there with Olynyk. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Williamson. And it's Ingram in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Russell after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Russell against Cousins. Olynyk the pass to Russell, shoots over Cousins, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve. You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Now, here is Smith. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Orlando. Towns kicks to Smith. Just 3 to shoot. Over Williamson. And it's Smith missing. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And beginning his career with the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
Good.
Nice reaction by D'Angelo to the defense sagging back. Just drops in the simple floater there.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. J.R. Smith on the wing. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Williamson. Russell's got 5 points so far.
Hey, I can't overstate it. I mean, as a defense in transition, you have to locate Russell before he finds the bottom of the net. You've got to get to him quickly.
Now, here's Cousins. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And don't let his defensive work get passed over. With all his steals, he was just as valuable on D as he was at the other end.
Russell with a wide-open look. And the 3 off target. The Bobcats have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Randall passes to Cousins. From the arc. Charlotte no good that time either. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Russell. And the rejection by Cousins.
When he puts everything he has into his defense, Cousins can be a force. Big, strong, and smart. Of course, he's going to block his share of shots when he's committed.
Now here's Ingram, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans.
And they got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Towns.
Impacting the game now at both ends. Zion moves his feet well and can change directions and close out on shooters.
Here's Olynyk. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Cousins dishes to Smith. Over Russell. Charlotte again missing.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Now here's Cousins. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Towns, the pass to Ayton. Inside, out to Smith. They could use a bucket. But they get it back. Cousins. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so the first quarter is in the book. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Carl Anthony.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Bobcats. Smith is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Ayton. Then it's Randall. And it's Towns in at the three, the small forward. Here's Baines following the basket by Julius Randle.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Here's Russell following the score by Charlotte. To the middle, here's Ingram. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Here's Ingram following the basket by Julius Randle. To the inside and stolen by Cousins. And it's the Bobcats on the break. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Ingram outside. It's Williamson, top of the key. Baines passes to Russell. And the Lakers with another miss. Bobcats on offense. It's been 10 unanswered points. And Cousins kicks to Towns. Back to Cousins. Passes to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. The three. No good that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. And this is the first time matched up with the Bobcats this season.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Well, you said it. I mean, often it's the teams that are in the middle of the pack in their conference which more accurately show the conference's strength than a team at the top or the bottom. At least that's how I like to look at it.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
And he is a power player down low. If there's nobody there to stop him, Boogie's going to destroy that rim.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Here's Russell. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Cousins. Here are the Bobcats with the ball. A nice run going 12 in a row. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Smith finds Randall. Right wing. Clock at 6. Cousins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And Cousins lives at the line. Just applies tremendous pressure on the defense.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. To the paint, here's Russell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by Charlotte.
Julius Randle getting it done for Charlotte. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome. Taking a look at Charlotte. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road.
And that's all.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We've got Brandon Ingram. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Russell. And it's Williamson in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And so Olynyk nails both of them. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Ingram passes to Olynyk. Also looking it over. It's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And it's Smith missing.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight.
Pass to Russell. Shoots the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Cousins. Here's Towns. He's guarded by Russell. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Williamson.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Back to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Randall grabs the board. Bobcats leading by 5. Fires the 3. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Randall. And that's now 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 9 points.
Taking the hit and still getting it to go down. Russell showing you some nice toughness there.
The pass to Smith. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Cousins. The shot's good. Cousins has got the lead up to 8 now for the Bobcats.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Up top, Russell. He's covered by Ayton. Again, Russell missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Randall. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 3 assists in the game. Lakers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Again, Russell missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Randall, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Now Russell. He's got 9. And it's Cousins with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Near the 3-point line, it's Olynyk.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back.
Shrink the floor when you're...
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. They've got Ayton, J.R. Smith out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Towns, and it's Randall in at the power forward. Here's Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Floats one up. It's deflected.
Well, you can't go up weak against Randall, otherwise he's going to block it.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bobcats.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shot.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Smith dishes to Towns. He feeds it to Randall. Here's Williamson. Los Angeles with another miss. Charlotte leading by 16. Here's Cousins. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Olynyk. How do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached. And great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Cousins against Russell. Cousins, the pass to Ayton. Fade away. Not going to go that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. And it's Russell in the corner. Trying to get something going. Count it. Good.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
1:33 left to play in the final quarter. Second shot opportunity. Baines with the block. And they get it back. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bobcats.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Julius Randle.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Pass to Randolph. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Count that bucket.
Randolph's been one of the best scorers in the league throughout his career. Contact never bothers him.
Bobcats leading by 16. Evans kicks to Bradley. Back to Evans. The lob to Bradley. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Livingston, no luck. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bobcats. Out to the right wing. Back to Jones. Pass to Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Zach Randolph. Free throw good from Bradley. No good on the second free throw. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. And the pass to Randall. Outside Matthews. Outside Gordon. Fires the 3. No good. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.